Okay, so for today we are going to study about calculation. So you know that in a calculation we have division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, and all the operation. In here there is a rule how do we calculate without using calculator. In here we can call it as a with mass. In here the B is for bracket, the letter E in here is for the exponent. If you don't know what is exponent is like a power or any square root. We can it count it counted as exponent. Division and multi, and then after we done with the brackets we move to the exponent. After the exponent done we can do the division or multiplication, depends which one that come first. If the one that's come first is multiplication, so we do multiplication then division. After all the multiplication and division already done, so we can move to the addition or subtraction. For the addition and subtraction they are in the same level, so whatever come first we calculate first. It doesn't have to be like I have to calculate the addition first then the subtraction. No, sometimes we can do subtraction first then the addition. It depends on the calculation given. Whatever comes first, we calculate first. But the order are brackets. After the bracket done, you move to the exponent. If you don't know what is exponent is like a power or any root. After that, we move to division or multiplication. After that, we move to addition or subtraction. Is there anyone get confused? The order, how do we calculate? Is there anyone get confused to pick which one that we have to calculate first when we have a calculation question? Hello? Is my voice not audible? Or is it audible?
Audible.
Okay. Because no one is saying anything, so yeah. Is there anyone still getting confused through the chat? No. Okay. If no one have no difficulties, so in here, if later you meet any brackets, if there is two set of brackets, we do the one from the inner first. So we do from the very first, very most inner. After that, we go out. And then if later you have any fraction, and then at numerator have calculation and denominator have calculation, you have to calculate the numerator first. After that you move to denominator. You have to simplify each numerator and also denominator. Is there anyone get confused? Is there anyone? No, I don't. Okay, if you have no difficulties, let us uh, discuss the question from your textbook. It is on your textbook, page 28. We are going to discuss the student assessment 1 and student assessment 2. You can open your textbook, page 28. Okay, already open your textbook? Your textbook, page 28. We are going to discuss some question from your textbook, page 28. Okay. Yeah, we are going to discuss the student assessment 1 and student assessment 2. Okay. Okay, let us discuss the question 1 in the from the student assessment 1. Is my voice really audible, yeah? Because no one is responding anything. Is my voice audible enough? Okay, then thank you, Orfeo. Okay, if it is audible. So for the question 1 in the page 28, which one that I have to do first, the multiplication or the subtraction?
Multiplication.
Okay, so what it will be if I do multiplication first? Become how many it will be? You cannot use calculator. Okay, the answer will be 44. Is there anyone get confused? Do not use calculator, please. Okay, for the question B, what is the answer for the question B? Okay, it will be 13. What about the question C? How many it will be? Yes, it will be 25. Is my voice really audible? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, because no one is speaking to me, no one saying anything. From the chat, only two people who help me to find the answer? Okay, for question 1D, what is the answer in the question 1D?
What page?
Page 28.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you we are going to discuss the student assessment 1 and student assessment 2. It's taken from your textbook, page 28. That's why please open your textbook. If my screen is not visible, you can open your textbook and later you can discuss together everything. You can write everything from our discussion on your textbook. Okay. So for question D, anyone want to help me? What is the answer from the question D? Or maybe I need to call who ya? Axel, are you still there? Hello? Axel, are you there, Axel? My God. Brandon, are you there? Hello, Brandon. Axel. For question F, how many it will be?
3.
Hmm?
Question F.
Okay, okay. Now it's question F. There is a bracket, so we do the bracket first in here. 5 minus 2, it will be equals to how many? 3.
3.
Okay, it will be 3. After that, we do from the very front one. So 18 divided by 2 and then we divide by 3. How many it will be?
3. 3.
Okay, is there anyone get confused so far? Or you think I'm going too fast? Okay. If you have no difficulties, not getting confused, let us continue to question 2. Which part do I have to put bracket? Is it in the 7 and 4 or 4 and 2?
7 minus 4.
Okay. Is there anyone get confused? No? Okay, if no one get confused, for the question B, where do I have to put the bracket? Where do I have to put bracket for question 2B?
1 plus 3.
Sorry?
3 plus 4.
3 plus 4. Or did I copy the question wrong way? Yeah? Wait, let me open my textbook. 28. Page 28. Yes. Where do, is it possible? Where is the place that we can put a bracket? 3 and 4. If you say 3 and
Yeah.
4 like this, so we do the addition first. 3 plus 4, it will be equals to 7. 3 times 7, it will be equals to 21. 21 plus 12, it will be equals to 33. Okay, correct. Is there anyone disagree? Is there anyone disagree? Okay then. Okay, let us continue to question C. Where do I have to put bracket?
5 plus 5 and 6 minus
5 plus 5.
5 plus 5, like this.
and
After
6
that,
minus 4.
okay, good job. Is there anyone get confused? 5 plus
Nope.
5, it will be equals to 10. 6 minus 4, it will be equals to 2. 10 times 2 will be equals to 20. Good job. What about the D?
Hmm. 5 plus 5 times
Yeah.
6 minus 4.
5 plus 5, you want to put a bracket, let us check. 5 plus 5, it will be equals to 10. 10 times 6, it will be equals to 60. And 60 minus 4, it will be equals to 56. Okay, correct? Yes, someone said something before? Hello? Is there anyone get confused?
No, teacher.
Really, for sure? Okay, if you have no difficulties, then I will move to the other question. Please be active. You can speak or you can type it through the chat box. So I can be sure that you still joining my class, not only joining and then muting, maybe leaving my class or something. Okay. For the question 3 of the student assessment 1. So which one do we have to calculate first? If
Power.
yeah, so we have to calculate the numerator. After that, we go to the denominator. Anyone want to help me to simplify the numerator? How many it will be?
16 minus 9.
Okay, so 16 minus 9, it will be 7, right?
Yeah.
After that, 7 divided by 2, it
2.
will be equals to 3.5. Is there
3.5.
anyone get confused? Is there anyone get confused? No?
No, teacher.
If no one get confused, let us continue to question B. If like this, we have to simplify the numerator again. So how many it will be?
10.
5 times 3, 15.
Okay, 15. So I write it down as 15. 15 divided by 5 times 3, times 7. How many it will be?
10.
Is it 10? Are you sure?
21.
It is 21. 15 divided by 5 is 3. And then 3 times 7 is 21. Is there anyone get confused? If you are getting
No.
confused, please let me know. It's okay to ask. Is there anyone get confused? No?
No.
At the book, it says plus 7.
Oh, plus 7. Sorry. I typed the question in a wrong way then. Sorry. Thank you, Nicole. So it will be equals to how many? As you said before, it's supposed to be plus. Okay. Thank you, Nicole. Yes, it will be equals to 10. Is there anyone get confused? Sorry, I typed the question in the wrong way. It's supposed to be plus. Is there anyone have difficulties?
No.
No. Okay, if no one get difficulties, let us continue to question 11. How many it will be? How many? For the question 1 of student
20.
assessment 3,
20.
20. Are you sure? Yes, it will be 20. Okay.
Teacher, I thought salah, sir.
No. For the question B, how many it will be?
15.
Okay. Is there anyone get confused? If you are get confused, it's okay to interrupt me to ask any question that you are still getting confused. Okay, if no one get confused, let us continue to question 1C. How many it will be
11.
for question 1C?
11.
Okay. We do the division first. Okay, after that we do multiply. Good job. For the question D, how many it will be?
13.
13.
13. Okay. Is there anyone get confused? Okay, I don't think anyone get confused. How many is the answer for the question E?
1.
1.
Okay. What about the question F?
3.
We do from the bracket first. So it will be 14 times 2 and then we divide it by how many? Divided by 7. If have this kind of question, we do from the very front. So we do multiplication, after that we do division. How many it will be?
4.
Okay, is there anyone get confused? If you
Teacher,
have
kok
any,
salah, sir?
14 times 2 how many ya?
24. 28.
28, okay.
Right.
And then 28 divided by 7, how many it will be?
Nah, I salah hitung. I thought 24 tadi.
Okay. Is there anyone get confused?
Nope.
Okay, if no one get confused, let us move to the question 2. Is someone going to say something before? No?
No, teacher.
Okay then. Okay, wait. My slide is not moving. Okay, let us continue to question 2. We have to put the bracket again. In the question, on this question, which part that I have to put the bracket?
7 minus 5.
Okay. Is there anyone get confused? Oopsie. 7 minus 5. Okay, agree. For the question B, where do I have to put the bracket?
Six times 4. Wait. No.
6 times 4.
No, 2 plus 4. Bracket
Okay.
in 2
Yeah.
plus 4.
Okay. Is there anyone get confused? Yes, 6 plus 4, it will be equals to 24. 24 plus 16, it will be equals to 40. So this is correct. For the question C, anyone want to help me? Plus 4. Where the bracket have to be? Sorry? Is my internet gone or something?
4 plus 5 times 6 minus 1.
Oh, 4 plus
The
5.
bracket in 4 plus 5 and
Okay,
6
4 plus 5, it
minus
will be equals to 9. 6
Yeah.
minus 1, it will be equals to 5. So 9 minus 5, it will be equals to 45. Good job. Is there anyone get confused?
No.
No, teacher.
Okay, if no one get confused, let us continue to question D. Where do I have to put the bracket?
1 plus 5.
1 plus 5, let us check. 1 plus 5, it will be equals to 6. 6 times 6 is 36, minus 6 is equals to 30, so correct. Thank you. Let us continue to question 3. How many it will be? For question 3, we have to simplify this one
5.5
first.
here.
How many?
27
5.5.
2.5. 27 minus how many?
16.
27 minus 16. Is it? 27 minus 16 is how many?
11.
Okay, 11 divided by 2 is?
5.5.
Okay, good job. 5.5. Is there anyone get confused?
Nope.
It's okay to be wrong. It will be better rather than you not trying anything. I still appreciate for those who are still trying even though it's wrong. I really appreciate it. Okay, if you have no difficulties, let us continue to 3B. How many it will be?
8.
8. Let's
8,
we do the bracket first. So how many it will be if we do the bracket first?
12.
12 divided by 3.
4.
Okay, so write it 4. 4 divided by 2 and then plus by 7. How many it will be?
9.
Okay, is there anyone get confused?
No.
Okay, if no one get confused, let us. Is there anyone have difficulties?
No.
No. Okay. If you have no difficulties, I think that's all is already in the end of the chapter 3. I'll give you a homework from the workbook for the chapter 3. Just do the assignment page 7 on your workbook. It's not much a question, maybe like 1 or 2 question only. Okay. If you have no difficulties, I'll move to chapter 4. Is there anything still confusing from the chapter 3 before I move to chapter 4?
No.
Chapter 3 is only about ordering the number from the smallest to the highest or from the highest to the smallest. After that, we have to draw the number line with the given inequality and also calculate the calculation given without any calculator. Is there anyone still having difficulties?
No.
No, okay. If you have no difficulties, then it means yes.
No difficulty.
Sorry,
No difficulty.
no difficulties. Okay, good job.
Teacher.
Okay. If no difficulties, then it means I can move to chapter 4. The chapter 4 is about integer, fraction, decimal, and percentage. Is my slide is not visible? Is my slide not visible?
It's visible.
Okay then. Sometimes I did not give the PowerPoint through the Google Classroom because actually it's exactly the same with your textbook. If it is there is a something different or I put another edition note on my PowerPoint, then I will share it to the Google Classroom. That's why you don't receive any PowerPoint from me lately because all the material is actually the same. I take it from your textbook only. There is no difference. That's why I'm not sharing my PowerPoint. But when it is have something different, I will share it through the Google Classroom. Okay, if you have no difficulties, let us continue to the fraction first. Anyone still remember about numerator, denominator? Which one is a numerator?
The upper one.
Okay, numerator is the upper one. What about the denominator?
Bottom.
Bottom one. Is there anyone still getting confused to differentiate which one is numerator, which one is denominator? No one, right? Okay. If no one have no difficulties, which one is the improper fraction from these three fractions that I give it to you?
Middle.
The middle one is the improper fraction. Okay. What about the proper fraction?
Upper one.
Okay, this is the proper. Now there is a word, a vulgar fraction. Anyone knows what is a vulgar fraction? Vulgar fraction in here, this is the other name of improper fraction. So for vulgar fraction, I can connect it to 5 per 3 because actually vulgar fraction is the other way of people saying the improper fraction. Is there anyone get confused? Anyone? Or is there any trouble with my voice or something? Hello?
No, teacher.
Okay. No difficulties, not getting confused? Okay. So which one is the mixed number?
Bottom.
Yeah, okay. This is the mixed number. Is there anyone get difficulties to differentiate all the terms in here that we have about improper fraction, proper fraction, vulgar fraction, and mixed number? Is there anyone get confused?
No.
Okay. If you have no difficulties, it means I can move to the other section of the fraction. Vulgar fraction is the other way of saying improper fraction. So these two actually they are the same, only different way of telling the name. In your textbook, it's mostly using vulgar fraction rather than the improper fraction. That's why I use the word of vulgar fraction in here. Is there anyone get confused? Is there anyone get confused? Okay. If no one get difficulties, then it means we can move to the other part. Okay. Anyone want to help me? Before we discuss it, I will tell you. I will remind you to change the mixed number into a vulgar fraction. In here, it will be easier if you differentiate the whole number and also the fraction. This is number 2, and then the fraction that is coming with number 2 is 3 per 4. So it means I have to change the number 2 into how many by 4. The number 2 I can make it into 8 by 4. That's why later for 2 3 per 4 it will be the same thing as 8 per 4 plus 3 per 4. It will be equals to 11 per 4. Or if you don't want to write it one by one, you can do multiplication. So you multiply 2 and 4 first. 2 times 4 it will be equals to 8. And then after that the result you plus with the numerator of the fraction. So it will be 8 plus 3 divided by 4. Is there anyone get confused? Is there anyone get confused, or maybe I go too fast? Hello? Is my voice audible enough?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Is there anyone get confused? Is there anyone get confused? Sorry?
Can you repeat?
Okay. There are two ways to change the mixed number into vulgar fraction. The first thing is you have to focus on the whole number. This is the whole number is number 2. And then after that, look at the fraction. The fraction is by 4. If you know number 2, if before I move to number 2, maybe it will be easier if you know 1. 1, I can make it into 4 by 4. So if I have number 2 in here, it will be 8 by 4, because 8 by 4 it will be equals to 2. Why do I change it become 8 by 4? Because this is the fraction is by 4. The denominator is by 4. That's why for the whole number also I have to make it into the same denominator. It will be 8 by 4. After that, we can just add these two fractions. This is the 3 by 4. We add it with 8 by 4. So in total, it will be equals to 11 by 4. Or you can use the other way, the more simple one. This is, you can just directly multiply the whole number and also the denominator. The 2 and 4 in here, you can directly multiply it. 2 times 4, it will be equals to 8. After that, the result I plus with the numerator given. The numerator is 3, so 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 3, it will be equals to 11. And then you check the denominator is by 4, so it will be 11 by 4. Is there anyone get confused, or maybe I talk too fast? Is there anyone get confused still?
No.
No, teacher.
Okay. If no one get confused, this is I have 3, 5 per 8. So I will multiply again. 3 times 8, it will be equals to 24. I got the 24 and then I plus it with the numerator in here, which is 5. So 24 plus 5, it will be equals to 29. And then check the denominator is by 8. That's why it will be 29 by 8. Is there anyone get confused? Is there anyone get confused?
No, teacher.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay, if no one get confused, let us continue. Okay. Now what about if I have the full curve fraction and I have to change it into mixed number? It will be easier if you do division, I think. So 27 divided by 4. So I have to find the multiple of 4 that close to 27. Multiple of 4 that close to 27 is 24. That's why I can break down the 27 become 24 plus 3. The 24 by 4, it will be equals to 6. And then the rest, the remainder 3, it will be left over as 3 by 4. Is there anyone get confused? Is there anyone
No.
get confused? Okay. If no one get confused, finding the amount of a fraction, whenever we have the letter of in here, it means multiple. So we can just do 3 per 5. It will be easier if we just directly do it 3 per 5. Oops, sorry, my pencil gone. 3 per 5. And then we multiply it, multiply by 35. We can do cancel it, we can do canceling actually. The 5 and 35, we can cancel out. 35 divided by 5, it will be equals to 7. And then we just do multiply 3 times 7, which is equals to 21. Is there anyone get confused? Depends on the question. Depend on the question. If the question saying show all your working, so it means you have to show the steps. But if the question is not saying that you have to show all the steps, you don't have to show all the steps to change from the mixed number into the Fulgar fraction, or from the Fulgar into the mixed number. You don't have to show it. It depends on the question. Is there anyone have difficulties? Is there anyone get confused? Hello?
No.
No,
Okay.
teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay, if no one get confused, then this is a decimal. I think you already get used to it with the decimal. So this is
Oh,
the
no.
dot. Yeah, I just want to remind you, this is the 1 per 10. We can call it as tenth. After that, the first digit on the decimal in here, we call it as tenth. After that, this is for the second digit on the decimal, we call it as hundredth with the H. And so on. I think you already get used to it, or is there anyone still getting confused to find the place value of a decimal number? So it will be start from the tenth. It will not be starting from the one after the decimal. So it will be tenth, hundred, thousand, letter 10,000, and so on. Is there anyone have difficulties or getting confused? to find
No,
the place
teacher.
value? Okay. If no one have no difficulties, let's move to the other thing. Yeah, in here, we have a decimal fraction. This is like a term, maybe you don't know what is a decimal fraction. Decimal fraction is any fraction where the denominator is multiple of 10. The power of 10, sorry. So like 3 per 10, or maybe later you have 3 per 100, or 3 per 1000, or 3 per 10,000, something like that. As long as the denominator is the power of 10, we call it as a decimal fraction. This is just a new term. Maybe later in the question you don't know what is a decimal fraction. And then I don't think you have any difficulties to change the fraction into percentage. You can directly multiply it by 100% for any fraction, or you can change the fraction into any fraction that is the denominator by 100. So you can find the equivalent fraction also fine. Is there anyone have difficulties to change from fraction into percentage? We already get used to it since you were in grade 8. Is there anyone get difficulties still to change the fraction into percentage? Hello? Is my
Nope.
voice audible? Okay. No. Okay. For
Yes.
difficulties, then let us continue. Okay. Maybe you can help me to change the decimal into fraction, fraction into decimal, or anything like that. Anyone want to help me?
For 30%, the decimal is 0.30.
Okay. Wait. Let me take a picture of the attendance first. Wait. Oops. Oh, sorry. Okay then. How many, Brigitta, that you said before?
0.3 for the 30% decimal.
Okay. Anyone else want to help? This is 0.3, correct?
And then the fraction is
Mm-hmm.
3 per 10.
Okay, good job. 3 per 10. What about the first column? Why did you skip the first column?
0.1,
0.1.
20%.
And then it will be 10%.
10%.
Okay. It's on your textbook. As you can see, I already write the page also on the slide if you want to find which number is it that I discussed. And then what about the 0.2?
2 per 10.
Okay, 2 per 10. Can we simplify it? It will be
1 per
better if
5.
we write it in the simple form for the fraction. How
1 per
many?
5.
Okay, 1 per
1 per
5. Oops.
and then 20%.
Okay, is there anyone get confused? Is there anyone get
No.
confused? Okay. If no one get confused, let us move to the 4 per 10. How many it will be?
0.4 and 40%.
Okay, 0.4 and also 40%. If you have any difficulties, feel free to ask me any question. It will be better if you ask me any question rather than you stay quiet. Okay, let
1
us.
per 2 and 50%.
How many? 1 per 2 and?
50%.
Okay, good job. Is there anyone get confused?
No.
Okay. If you have no difficulties, then now what about 60%?
3 per 5.
Okay, 3 per 5. What about the decimal?
0.6.
Okay, good job. Now what about 0.7?
7 per 10.
Okay. After that?
70%.
Okay. Now if 4 per 5?
0.8.
Okay. What about the percentage?
80%.
Okay. Now let us continue of 0.9. How many?
10.
Okay, 9 by 10. How many percent it will be?
10%.
Okay, good job. What about the 1 per 4?
0.25.
Okay, how many percent it will be?
25.
Okay. What about the 75%?
3 per 4.
Okay, 3 per 4. What about the decimal?
0.75.
0.75.
Okay, is there anyone get confused or maybe I'm going too fast?
No, teacher.
Okay. Okay, if you have no difficulties, then let us continue to the other thing. Oops, sorry. Okay. This is some question. I did not take it from your textbook, but some of them are similar from your textbook. Anyone want to help me? Which one is
Wait,
the
teacher.
improper
I think we should
fraction?
do it, teacher. We should do
Sorry?
it in the book. Shall
No,
we do
no.
that in the book?
Later I will send the PowerPoint because this is not in your textbook, I think. Yeah, it's not in your textbook. If it is in your textbook, I already write the what page is it. It's not on your textbook, I think. Anyone want to help me? For the question 1, which one that I have to put a circle? Is it A, B, C, D? Which one?
P.
P.
Circle P.
Okay. Improper fraction?
No, no, C.
Yes.
Improper fraction is C. Yeah.
Okay.
Mine B.
No? Yes, it's different from your...
Is this from textbook?
No, no, no. No. It's from the old textbook. The last
No, P.
year textbook. Yeah. Anyone want to help me? Which one that I have to put underline?
P.
P. Underline. Okay. Is there anyone get confused?
No.
No. Okay. We only have like 5 minutes left. Is there anyone have difficulties so far?
No.
Okay. Wait, sorry. For the question 2, anyone want to help me to find the answer? 1 per 3 of 63? Okay, thank you. It will be
21.
was 21. What about 3 per 8 of 72?
27.
Okay, good job. 2 per 5 of 55?
22.
Okay, good job. What about 2 per 13 of 169?
39.
13. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good job. Now, what about question 3? Change the mixed number to vulgar fraction. How many it would
13.
be? 13 by?
5.
Okay. What about the question B?
31 by 9.
31 by 9. Okay. Is there anyone get confused? Whenever you get confused, please feel free to ask. What about the question C?
45 per, 45 per 8.
45 per
45
8.
per 8.
Okay. For the question 4, anyone want to help me to change into the mixed number?
6. 3 per 5.
Okay, good job. What about the question B? My writing is ugly. How many for the question B?
5.
Mm-hmm.
2 per 9.
2 per
Okay.
9.
Is there anyone get confused? Okay, for the question C, how many it will be?
1 per 11.
Sorry?
6. 1
Okay,
per
6, 1 per 11. Good job. Is there anyone get confused? Is there anyone get confused?
Can you repeat?
Which one? That I need to repeat? Or it's okay, which one?
The A one.
4A
Yes.
or 3A or 2A?
For A.
4A, okay. 4A, 33 by 5. So I need to divide 33 by 5. Later if I divide 33 by 5 like this, I will get the answer is 6, right? 6 times 5. It will be equals to 30. And then I have the remainder 3, right? And then the remainder in here, it will be the fraction. So this is the number is 6. So this is I have 6. The remainder 3. So the remainder will be 3 by 5. The denominator will follow the fraction given. Is there anyone get confused? Or am I talking too fast still? Hello?
No, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
How about, is it clear enough for Feo? Or,
Yes.
okay, clear.